Cardus has released the newest iteration of its Cardus Education Survey of 2014 U.S. data. The release took place at the Roosevelt House in New York, New York.
In terms of the STEM courses, much of it looks the same. Yet, when you ask satisfaction questions, private schoolers tend to have a more positive evaluation than do their public school counterparts, which is an interesting conclusion.
As I was reading the report, I definitely saw a lot of similarities with what is existing in Islamic schools today. Islamic schools, generally speaking, are quite young, and we don't have a lot of graduates out there that we can pull information and see how much they are affecting the civic engagement part.
First, I wanted to applaud the authors of the study for asking a lot of the right questions. There's so much in this report to think about, lots of really interesting questions asked of these survey respondents that just aren't covered anywhere else.
In the past few decades, we've seen a growing pluralism in our educational landscape. As Sean mentioned, on the public side, we have charters, we have inter-district choice models, we have online schools, Florida virtual schools, and then these various tax credit and voucher programs allow mostly low-income families to access the private school sector. So there is even more attention being paid to these sector differences.
If the results are the same, is there any justification for not publicly funding private schools economically?
I may have to get back to you with that.
I want to emphasize, beyond the few pressing questions I tried to pose, that this kind of work is quite rare, and that we are not a society in this country that asks a lot of really sophisticated questions about educational outcomes. We tend to do a lot of reduction of these issues into simple-minded binary conversations, public, private, as you say, or walls of separation, or whatever other binary you can think of. And I think opening up these questions is just a mature and vital part of civic discourse, and it's something that I think we need far, far more of. We need to try to get beyond some of these zero-sum games that really do dominate so much of educational debate.
Download the complete survey at carduseducationsurvey.com.